Hey guys, so I'm starting a series of videos on redoing a boat. Now, this is going to be redoing a boat on a budget. Not a lot of people have a lot of money to spend, especially in this day and time. And so you can pick up boats fairly cheap sometimes. If the hull is good, you may have to do a little bit of work on them, a little work on the motor. But with a little bit of money, a whole bunch of elbow grease, you can get these things back up and running, and you can have a really good boat for quite a few years. And so that's where we're going with this guy. I was able to get this boat cheap, and the trailer needed work, the hull needed work, and the motor needs work. Nothing major, just a whole bunch of time, whole bunch of elbow grease, and a little bit of turning wrenches, and we can make this thing happen. But one of the things that I wanted to do was make a series of videos of how to do it cheaply. Not really so much cut corners, but just to do it on a budget and do it as cheap as you can, because I know I don't have a lot of money just laying around. If I did, I'd just go buy a new boat. But I don't want to do that. I want to get this one back on the water. It's got a lot of life left in it, and I want to have some adventures in it. But one of the things that we're going to do is break it out. We got the trailer. That's going to be a series of videos. The hull is going to be another series of videos. The wiring is going to be another series of videos, and so is the motor. So let's get into it. Today, we're going to be talking about the trailer. So I'll take you around, I'll show you a couple little items on the trailer that needed to be addressed and things that I already did. I didn't film it. I was rushed, and I just thought, well, maybe I'll do this project without filming it. But after talking to a couple of friends, they said, man, go ahead and put that up on YouTube so we can check it out. So let me try to keep it short and sweet, show you what I did with this trailer. Okay, I'm going to be moving y'all around a lot here, but I'm going to be showing you this. I'll also be playing with the light a lot. So if you look in here, you got this axle. The original axle was completely just rusted out. I mean, it had rusted out where the hub, right there where your brakes attach to your axle itself, that was just completely rusted through. So I looked at getting a replacement axle, and it was a special made axle. It was going to cost a lot of money to do. Again, like I said, I'm trying to do this on a budget. And so what I ended up doing was buying just a off-the-shelf axle. I bought it one size too big for this trailer, and I did that on purpose. I got new leaf springs. Same thing. I bought them one size larger. It's going to give me a little bit rougher ride, but I'm okay with that. I'm pulling it with a big truck, and I'm not too worried about it. Kept the same wheels, changed the rubber. I ended up going and getting 3 new tires for it. So the 2 that are on the trailer plus the spare. I got new a new hub caps, and new bolts. So this is original. When I sent the rim in, I had them put metal. It's dirty, guys, I'm sorry. Metal valves on. I just prefer the metal ones. Gonna have to be careful using these around salt water, but I'm not worried about it. The tires, I just went into my local tire shop that I use. I got a guy over there that takes good care of me, and I just said, hey, can you hook me up with some tires for the boat? Told him what I was doing. He said that's great. The other thing that needs to be done on this boat, or one of the things I did, was I put a new windlass on. I'm calling it a windlass. I'm calling it a windlass. It's the winch to help hold the boat down and get it up on the trailer. I put a new one on. It was completely rusted out. Picked that up. I need to get me a new jack, trailer jack. I'm calling these trailer jacks. The gears. This one is one of the old gear driven. You can see the teeth here. Some of the teeth are broken off, so when I turn it, it just doesn't do anything. So I got to get a new one of those. All the wiring on the boat or on the trailer has to be redone. The lights are just put your finger in it and it just falls apart. And water's going to get in there the first time that I go to launch the boat. The other thing I would like to do is the lights are up on the tire well. I want to move them back here. I just think it makes more sense. The person who had this boat before me lived just a mile or so away from the boat ramp, so they ended up not having to drive a lot to launch the boat. So I think that's why they didn't worry about it. For me, I have to drive an hour plus just to get to the water. So I'm gonna try to move the lights over. So, because it just makes more sense, I think. People can see it better. So that's it for the trailer, guys. As I work on this, I'll update it. It's got a little bit of love. It's showing its age. You can see it. I mean, the bolts are starting to go and some of the brackets, but all that is just hardware that can be replaced. And it just needs a little bit of love. The rollers are the part that I'm concerned the most about, and I'm not even that concerned about it. Try to get some. So the rollers are what I'm concerned about the most. I think they'll probably be in pretty good shape. I know this feels like it's in good shape. I got to check that one back there and the one behind it. There's a little bit of rust back there. I'm gonna have to, you can see it right there. I'll need to do something about. Change out these walk-off boards. They feel pretty solid. What I'm gonna have to do is just roll this boat off and then just change everything from there. But we'll see. We'll just see where it gets us. At least now I can drive it, pull it down the road, and get it to the boat ramp so that I can tie the boat up to the dock while I work on the trailer. So, something that y'all want to see in more detail about this trailer or this boat, just leave a comment and I'll make a video on it and try to go into more detail. As I move along on this trailer, I'll post more videos, and I think the next video is going to be on the hull of the boat and the gel coat and how we're going to go about fixing all that and getting it polished up. So stay tuned. If you like it, if you learn something, follow us, and maybe we can learn something together. Other than that, guys, keep it real.